I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons a woman is hot and cold. So I think a lot of people will find that when they're dating someone, their behavior will just completely change, and it's very confusing. Guys get really confused and they don't know what it means, they don't know what's going on, they don't know why it's happening. So today we're going to look at hot and cold behavior and explain 3 of the major reasons why someone will be hot and cold with you. Okay? And this was written by a woman that is eventually going to come on board with Margaret and I.
Yeah.
And she's great. She's got a lot of insight. And so I asked her to share her personal experiences on dating and what it's like to be in the dating world, because she's in her mid-20s.
Yeah.
And so it's good for us to hear from her experience.
So here are her thoughts.
Here are her thoughts.
On
but
hot and cold.
What is hot and cold behavior? Let's explain that real quick. So we could say that it's alternating periods of being extremely romantically interested in you to periods of, or when they're passionate, hopeful, committed, to periods of being distant, cold, unresponsive, and superficial in your answers or replying to somebody. I think that's a pretty good description. Okay? So there are 3 that we thought we would focus on today. Number 1 is uncertainty. Okay? So what does she mean by this? Well, it means that if a woman is not sure if she likes the guy, or if she's falling in love with the idea of him, or the feeling of being with a person regardless of who they are, like the hot times, but in cold times, she looks at maybe quirks or things about the guy that she doesn't really like. Maybe he has personality traits that she doesn't like. Maybe he's late all the time. Maybe he's not really motivated, or whatever it is. So she's confused and she's conflicted, kind of weighing what's going on. And so she's interested, and then she starts to think about things that she doesn't like about you, and so she becomes disinterested, but then she really enjoys talking to you, so she gets more interested again.
So she's still uncertain.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it. Uncertainty. And so, nobody's going to be perfect, and one of the things that a woman's going to have to do is decide, do they like you enough to overlook these traits?
And that's why anybody wants to be with any of us, because they're willing to overlook our traits.
Exactly.
We'd all be alone if you had to be perfect.
So as somebody starts to get to know you, they're going to get more information about you, more facts about you that may make them more interested or less interested, and their behavior is going to change based on that, right? So they're assessing you. They're looking at you. How do you treat them? How do you act with them? How do they feel around you? And all of that is going to make them act differently towards you, okay? Okay. So the next one is other options. If you're not in a committed relationship, obviously people have the option to date other people. And so they're going to look at their other options. And they should, and so should you. So if you have a situation where a girl is dating multiple guys, she's going to look at how he's acting. So if maybe you're ignoring her, or distant, or not giving her the attention she was wanting, and somebody else is, she's going to become more interested in you or less interested in you as a result. She's going to look at how her other options are doing compared to you. And that's why we always tell you, be their best option.
Be their best option.
Right? Because you always have competition. Just because somebody says they love you and they want to be with you or, get into a relationship with you, doesn't mean they're obligated to do it for life.
No, it doesn't.
And you have to understand, if you're not somebody's best option and you're not meeting their needs, they have the right to leave that relationship, just like you do. Mm-hmm. Okay? And a lot of times that's why we have a breakup, because you weren't meeting the person's needs. Sometimes we're shocked by this. Sometimes we're like, oh, wow, they did tell me 500 times.
Yeah.
Whatever. But if you focus on becoming someone's best option and displaying that kind of behavior, mm-hmm. they're going to want to be around you more. If you ignore them, mistreat them, don't give them attention, they're going to look at other people.
Yep.
Okay, and the other third major thing she suggested is his behavior. Is he acting in a way that's causing her to change, right? So, if you're acting confident and like a gentleman, she's probably going to act very hot, right? That you're displaying a confident behavior,
Yep.
You're easy to be around her, there's no pressure, she doesn't feel like you're trying to be needy or lock her down. She's going to want to be around you. But if you start to do things that are like immature or selfish, or you're not listening to her, or maybe you're controlling or lying to her, and she starts to get things out of you that she doesn't like, then she's going to back away and be distant. Right?
Okay.
It seems pretty natural to me.
Yeah.
So, at that point, if you do things to repair the connection and make her feel, okay, no, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, and you own up to it, she's going to be more likely to work with you and say, okay, let's continue this. Mm-hmm. But, you got to look at these three things at any given time. Your behavior is going to make somebody's interest level go up or down. Okay, they're looking at their other options. They're still trying to assess you and if you're going to be a good partner for them.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So we're talking about an assessment period.
Basically,
Which
yeah.
can be confusing because this person seems hot sometimes and cold others, and I'm real confused.
And then we are sitting there trying to evaluate. Sometimes we don't have a lot of information. Maybe you went on 3 dates with somebody and you're thinking, boy, they're really distant. Well, maybe you did or said something on that last date mm-hmm. that they really didn't like, or it reminded them of an ex, or something.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sure.
You say, oh, I have 6 kids, and they're like, wait a minute.
Wait, 4 I could handle, but not 6.
I didn't think you had any kids, or whatever it is. I got confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to realize that people are going to respond how you treat them, how you act with them. And dating is about finding somebody that you can enjoy as a partner for their company, and it has to be a lot more than just a physical attraction
Right.
and connection.
Yep. You have to genuinely like this person.
Yeah. And so, I think that a lot of guys get a lot of anxiety. I call it courtship anxiety.
Sure, that's a good term.
And so the guys get courtship anxiety, and so they get very anxious. Oh my gosh, she's on another date. I know she's going out with somebody else this weekend. And then they start to blow things out of proportion. They start to panic. Then they start to do things that turn the woman off. And what does she say? Oh wow, this guy's really needy. He's really anxious.
He's calling me every 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's really insecure. I don't want to be with this guy.
Sure.
Because there's danger that comes along with being with an insecure guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if a guy is insecure, he's going to be more likely to be controlling,
Mm-hmm.
lose his temper,
Yeah. Be jealous.
and could hurt the woman physically.
Yeah.
So you have to really take a look at yourself.
And you have to look at how you're coming across. At least think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I think she did a nice job of getting you to look at how are you coming across?
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So, if you learn to make these minor adjustments in your behavior, it really can make the difference between you having a lot of successful dates or sitting at home wondering why the woman won't go out with you.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, because we do have to think about how we come across. There's no question about it.
Yeah. But oftentimes we just think, oh, I just like this girl so much. And we don't realize what it looks like to them.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's an ongoing issue everywhere for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The double texting or
Yeah.
texting and calling repeatedly, that freaks people out.
Yep.
So,
I'm not ready for this yet. I haven't even decided about you. I haven't finished my assessment.
yeah.
Chill at least for a few weeks.
I think in a lot of cases, guys are more about let's get into this relationship before they really know the person.
Yeah.
And then the woman is just like, whoa, this is
Whoa.
too much.
Yeah. This is too much too fast, right?
Yeah. So take things slow, guys.
Yeah.
You need to assess them. Don't just look at a woman and think, oh, she's so pretty. And because she's so pretty, you have to lock her down into a commitment or a relationship.
Ah. Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of guys do.
I think so too.
Right?
Yeah.
You got to get to know them.
She makes me feel good sitting with her.
Yeah. You got to get to know them and assess if they're going to be a good partner to you.
And they have to get to know you.
Yeah. It works both ways.
Yep.
So hopefully this will help clarify a little bit of why people can get hot and cold with you and disappear. And you got to hold your own during those times. Don't continue to chase or blow up their phone because it's only going to chase them
It's
away.
going to push them away. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, of course, if you want to get our help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Margaret is available for Skype coaching.
I'm available for Skype. Feel free to call me.
Just click on Margaret on the top of the website to do that. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And we will talk with you soon.